Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to some. Some of y'all might just be waking up. You know what I mean? So, what's happening? Hey, um, welcome to the song. I was gonna say, where's the gimmick? There we go. There we go. Yo, welcome to episode 41, Shill and Chill podcast. I am your host, the most, Mike Ball Trades. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, as we make our way to 5K. You know that chase is real right now, right? So, before we get into it, let me just acknowledge people in the chat. Yo, David finally made it to a live stream. I appreciate you. Um, Damien with the insults. I mean, it is what it is. Yo, C Mart, what's going on? C Mart the entertainer. Sosa fam, bam, bam. What's happening, my guy? Yo, Midlife Arcade, what's going on? Yo, good showing in the tournament Sunday. I saw you throwing business, throwing hands out there. Surf Gibby, hey, my guy, what's going on? Um, what is the jam for this track? Listen, I'm gonna say Shazam it because I don't remember. And the funny thing is, I have the file on my PC. I just don't remember what it's called. Yo, Mrs. Sosa, what's happening, Queen? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, shout out to the first lady of RGC. Really? Yeah, bro. uh, let's see, Chan, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Yo, the hat is dope. Listen, it's a year in review, so you know this hat only get put on if we're about to keep it a buck, right? Constant fanboy, what's going on, man? So yeah, let's here let's turn on the new chat and let's converse. You know what I mean? First things first. In the current news, before we talk about 2022, because in current news, held the Killer Instinct 2 tournament on the Mo Plays channel. Which, if you're not subbed, I don't know why you're not. Right? Hopefully the bot's working, right? And shout out to Conquer. Conquer won the belt and stuff, you know. And then shout out to the community for throwing in cash and whatever else, cash money and stuff. So cats got prizes and everything else. So happy for them cats. It was great, man. The next tournament that actually got announced was KI 2013 for a belt, I should say. There'll be more tournaments, but like I said, I want to do majors 4 times a year. That was major number 1. When Marvel vs. Capcom 2 finally goes online, maybe before August. Listen, I'm holding out hope that cabinet one day is gonna go online. I didn't say it was smart to have hope, but one day it'll go online, right? But it was dope. It was great, man. Again, shout out to everybody who showed up. Nick put on a tournament Saturday night, put on Killer Instinct 1, and that was cool. It was definitely fun. And it's refreshing to see so many great players in the Killer Instinct community on the arcade one up. I think that's the biggest takeaway that I take away from it. That there were so many people that just showed up, showed out. Even D Love got his hands dirty. So shout out to Detroit Love, man, because that dude came his hands dirty, right? Yo, Paul, what's going on? Greg, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, the bright side about Marvel's Capcom 2, at least we know it is an emulation anymore. It's a port. I'm okay with ports. Listen, as long as it gets us to where we need to go, right? One more thing before we get into this home arcade stuff, right? Vince McMahon is back in power in the WWE, and Stephanie McMahon stepped down. Yeah. Okay. Listen, I'm a wrestling dude, right? So I like wrestling. So for me, that's news. Okay, y'all might not think it is, but for me, that's news. That she stepped down, and now Vince is back being the chairman. And if y'all don't know the scandal that happened in 2022, $19 million, and him paying side chicks with money from the company. There you go. So yeah, no, he'll be gone this year. Nah, he's coming back to sell the. Allegedly, he's coming back to sell the company. So, and there's a lot. They've got a list of people. A couple people are putting bids in and whatever else, right? But remember when he came back, he said in the letter that got released to the public last week that he was coming back. He wasn't coming to restructure anything else or whatever else, right? And then all of a sudden, Stephanie leaves. I feel bad for my man Triple H. Yo, you're not surprised he came back? I'm not either, man. Listen, Vince McMahon is a glory hog, bro. Like, I'm of the firm belief that that man is going to destroy what he created. Remember that old NWO 2002 No Way Out thing when he brought the NWO back? I'm going to inject poison into the WWE. Remember that? He's literally doing that right now. Literally. So much so that as soon as it was announced, they already filed a lawsuit. So, again, strong belief, firm believer that that's what's going to happen. But, you know, the buyer be held in the down low. Yeah, but you have to think, man, how many people actually want to buy wrestling? People buy sports entertainment. You know, like, it's kind of like, remember back in the 80s when the video game crash happened and Nintendo had to market the NES as an entertainment system because they didn't want to be they couldn't be a video game console because nobody wanted to sell video games anymore. Remember that? And they packaged it with Rob the Robot and Gyromite. Y'all remember that? And look where we are now. So same thing with wrestling, man. It's literally the same exact freaking thing. And I put that thing on way too tight. So, you know, whatever. Yo, legit, man. Yo, yeah, this is crazy. McMahon power has been power for a long time. I saw a documentary about Vince, crazy stuff. Yeah, and see, and the thing about that is, remember, Vince, they didn't even want to do that. Netflix didn't even want to do the documentary. Remember, they pulled out because all the stuff, all the allegations, and yet here we are. Yo, NES was sold as a one-up. Hey, yo. Oh, that's funny. That's a great segue, right? That's actually a great segue. So, oh, I'm sorry, yo, chat. That's funny. So let's talk, right? Let's talk about the year that's happened last 2020 in 2022, right? We're not doing awards, anything like that. You know what I mean? We're gonna shoot the crap. Matter of fact, here, where is this gimmick at right now, right? You guys want to discuss something? Yo, let's talk about it, right? But a lot of things happen in the space. A lot of different things happen in the space. And since Marvel brought it up, I guess there's no better place to start than to start talking about A1UP, right? So let's talk A1UP. And in 2022, they had a bunch of cabs come out, right? A lot of them. NFL Blitz, Dragon's Lair finally made its way to the market, Killer Instinct, and then Killer Instinct Pro. Which, by the way, chat, listen, if you ain't got a Killer Instinct Pro, it's still available on the website for $9.99. It went back up, and it's still up, right? You know, they did some things. They tried some things. You know, the XL cabinets, Shaq. Remember, Shaq was announcing NFL Blitz at the Super Bowl. Yo, Michael Williams, sorry, bro. That'll never get old. You know, Golden Tee, the Shin Kudoken, the Yoga Flame, those gimmicks. The 2022 Atari Legacy, along with Pac-Man Legacies and things of that nature. Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which y'all saw me go out to Vegas for and appear on your streams. And yeah. Mortal Kombat 30th, which ended up being a disappointment to the whole Mortal Kombat community. You know, there's plenty of people that'll tell that story, so it's not my story to tell. Terminator 2. Was alone that as well. Remember Gabe Gray? Yo, hope you're doing well, man. Yo, Gabriel Gray leaking and getting it off a truck and showing it off on Kong's Rush channel. The ins and outs of T2. Ridge Racer, another cabinet. So there's probably more that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. I don't think Pawn was part of it, right? You know, whatever. And then, well, I guess we could talk about the fall lineups. You know, the Tron, Simpsons, and whatever else. I guess we could talk about that. I don't really know if we really need to, you know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where these things happen, right? And for the good and the bad, you know, as far as arcade one-up goes, cabinets came out. Some of them were great. Dragon's Lair, a lot of people were happy with Dragon's Lair. A lot of people felt the value with it, you know. But then you have other situations where they fixed, for as far as the legacy goes, they fixed the line from 2021 with the deck that wasn't level and whatever else, and they fixed it, and they got online class of 81 and freaking again Pac-Man and what the hell is that thing called? Shinku Doken, the one that's behind me. I mean Yoga Flame and Shinku Doken. That stuff got online play, and you got a bunch of games that weren't available to play online, like Final Fight, Giga Wing, you know, Battle Circuit, things of that nature, right? So there are some bright spots, but along with the bright spots, there were some real negatives. One of them sitting right next to me right now, and the other one's sitting behind me. So it's crazy. Yo, Blitz is on sale too. Yeah, Blitz is on sale everywhere. Oh yeah, I guess we can look at the pricing real fast. Yo, check it out real fast, right? On their site here, we'll look at the sale real quick, right? Yeah, so Blitz $4.99 on their site. Again, I was going to touch on that next, but I guess we can talk about it now. Pricing. People were getting NFL Blitzes for $175. Price match at Sam's Club. Killer Instinct went on sale for $2.99. Now it's $3.99 on their website. Best Buy was price matching. You know what I mean? A lot of cabinets were buy one, get one free. A lot of cabinets got sent out and people were getting doubles, you know? But again, it's a lot more of, I don't want to say more of the same, because that's a negative way to say it. You know, there's going to be more stuff that happens in the future. We all know it. Y'all know it. I know it, right? Yo, Damien said, yo, this will be the year of nothing really new that will blow people away. That's fair. That's absolutely fair. That's a fair statement to make, you know. But okay, so let's talk about CES real fast, right? We'll get there. We'll get there. But everybody's all disappointed about CES. But what did y'all expect, man? They don't usually make bigger announcements until recently, until a game's about to come out. And John has said this publicly, that they don't want to do any more announcements or teasers until a game's about to release. And I respect that, because you don't want a situation where, let's say you announce, freaking if I know, let's say you announced MVC2, right? And it didn't come out to December, but you made an announcement in August, you know what I mean? Or you announced XYZ. Like, you gotta respect that, man. I'm not even mad about that at all. Let's see. Yo, Dave, what's going on, man? Yo, do you think arcade went up and saturated the market to the point of exhausting their customers? I don't think they're exhausted, because let's be real. Everybody is gonna buy something, right? Everybody's gonna buy something. It doesn't matter who you are, and we're all addicted. We're addicts, right? And the goal is to replace what you bought with something new. Again, you know, I guess we'll talk about CES. CES, they announced freaking the deluxe line, right? They announced the deluxe line of cabs. They announced the Infinity Game Board, and they announced Casinocade, right? So Casinocade could be for some people. I don't know if it's for everybody, but it could be for some people. But the deluxe line, that's for new consumers, right? Deluxe line isn't designed for anybody like me or you who are watching right now who maybe have these legacy cabinets already, right? But you can see the incremental changes and just how much more that they're making positive steps forward, right? And listen, I didn't heard freaking crisp and all this other stuff the last week. Like, I don't know about all that. But oversaturation, maybe. But if we talk about oversaturation, people are still going to buy it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it works, right? But that being said, they got rid of risers. So I'm okay with that. This dude Sosa, I like the risers having the ability to adjust the height is awesome. I agree with that, but what would you rather have? Do you want a cabinet that's almost looking like an original? Or do you want to put it on top of something? Because either way, it's going to be the same height, you know? Yo, I like risers because moving sucks. Risers make that easier. That's fair. That's fair, right? That's fair. Let's see. This is an interesting statement. This is there's this rent center over here renting out A1 up. I told my fam that works. Let me know. Let me work there. Let me know what y'all want to get rid of. So, and companies are doing that. Some people are, you know, those pay to own places and whatever else, right? They're renting out. They're buying these cabinets for like super cheap, and then gouging consumers, man. So there is a market out there. You know, just because we're informed and whatever else, that doesn't necessarily make us a target market. We can crack jokes about Pac-Man as much as we want to, but people are going to buy Pac-Man. Remember, Pac-Man made, what, $6 billion in its first, or $1 billion in the first year, and $6 billion a year afterwards? Think about it, man. Yo, Pac-Man sells. I hate saying that, but, you know, Pac-Man does sell, right? Let's see, I'm looking forward to Capcom this year. You got the cabs you wish for, but each one had a catch. Absolutely. So, NFL Blitz shipped with no online. Y'all know that. Y'all have seen tons and tons of videos about it. Hell, I've made two. I made two, and I said I wasn't going to make a video about it. But one of the videos was tied in with Marvel's Capcom 2. Marvel's Capcom 2 shipped with MVC2 not online. To this date, MVC2 is still not online. Now, I know they're working on it, but if I'm a consumer, an average consumer, and I buy this cabinet, and the feature that I want the most, the marquee game that I want the most to play online, isn't playing, that's a big deal. You know what I mean? And so a lot of these cabinets did come out with issues. MK30th, y'all remember Screen Gate, Monitor Gate, whatever the hell y'all want to call it. You know, MK30, and I feel bad for Mortal Kombat fans. I do, because Mortal Kombat fans don't even have spectate mode. Like, they can't, there's no lobby system nor spectate. So it's just, I remember the Laundromat Wars where UAG and OTG, they were streaming, you know, off screen. Shout out to Code Mystics for putting Killer Instinct online. Pro bono. Yo, cut them a check, man. Like, for real, cut them a check. Because I remember CAG being on a stream and playing A1 Up with the community and it being recorded via cell phone. Now we don't have that issue, you know, because Killer Instinct Pro is out with HDMI out for people who don't want to do the work. And then, you know, we do the work and we figure that out. But I feel bad for the Mortal Kombat fan, man. Not only because of, like, I feel like they're being shafted. Legit. They made a Mortal Kombat announcement for another Midway Deluxe cabinet, and it's not MK4. And they've been screaming MK4 for almost a year now. Shout out to Welcome to Die for the trolling. His trolling started a movement. But Mortal Kombat fans, man, aren't getting nothing. Nothing at all. CES sucked, and they did make announcements, bad ones. I will say the Casino Cade looked a lot better in that CNET video than it did in those package videos. I'll give them that. Yo, my prediction on the Casino Cade was right. No, what you said was that nobody was going to buy it. You know what I'm saying? You said that a lot more people would buy it if they put Street Fighter or something on it. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. My name was slandered in that video. The market for the same title is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. It's a bad strategy. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. But answer this. But I respond with this. How many people saw those announcements and then put their stuff on the marketplace? Like, literally, people saw the announcements and they would put it on the marketplace, right? Mo, I'm confused and need your help. Have you been seeing these iiRcade streams rebroadcasted? What do you think is going to happen? Thoughts? Wait, what? I don't know. So I guess we can talk about that real quick. Listen, the only person that covers iiRcade stuff that I follow is like Brooklyn Menace, iiRcade Zone, Rainwater Games. That's about it. Like, I don't, for my own sanity, I don't, right? And it's a same thing, you know, because it's like I said before, man. They make it the hardcore fans make it bad for that platform. So no, I don't see the restreams. But speaking of which, hey, real quick, Hack the Gamer, if you are watching this right now, the next time that you decide to stream my tournament and then tag me in your video, at least link the tournament, be a nice thing to do. Deluxe calves look bad. Yeah, absolutely, right? Is rent a golden tea pedestal. I don't know, right? I don't know. Let's see. Hashtag free MK4, right? All right. So the strategy for rehashes is freaking marketing the shrinking streams from the LED market. Huh. We all knew that that was going to be a QVC exclusive. Legit. Where is the track that I'm looking for? I had it playing, and is it this one? Is it you? Are you who I'm looking for? You might be who I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah. But with QVC, HSN, you know, that's a market. But the positive I will say about that is all the extra games that come on it. I'll give that a positive. I'm curious about how that's going to work with the tablet that's allegedly in there. I don't know. We haven't seen inside of it. And if we have seen inside of it, I don't know, because I legitimately have not been watching content on it. So, like, it's been so much. Like, I put out a video because C Marvel made me do it, right? And then yeah, like, freaking, I just stopped. Even the Pro Sticks didn't work right. Okay, the Pro Sticks, the actuator was bad, and it had bad micro switches. But see, the crazy thing is, even casual people are replacing the sticks on the Killer Instinct Pro. The good thing, I'll say this, and I know it sucks when I say it like this. People that who bought Killer Instinct Pro, they're the beta testers. And so now when the next Pro comes out, because there's going to be another Pro, when the next Pro comes out, it'll be better. That's just the way that's the ebb and flow of it. Although I didn't watch a bunch of podcasts, whatever. Right? I did see a clip though that Cyrus did say that B asked about the quality, and Cyrus was like, "Yo, like if it's affordable, they could do it," but it's just like, bro, like I have questions, but I don't know, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd rather them take their time to get the MK4 emulation right than rush it out. Absolutely agree. I don't disagree with that at all. That's absolutely fair. But it would be different if this was just something that started. But MK4 has been talked about a while, right? All right, let's see. How many times will consumers and content creators get burned / disappointed / lied to and ripped off by A1 up for them to stop buying this trash? So I'm of the mindset that if it's not like one of 4 cabs or one of the 2 that I kind of want only for online purposes, me personally, I'm just not interested. That's me though. That's me though. I mean, can't speak for everybody else, and that is not the track I'm looking for, right? Like that's everybody else has their own thing. So let's see. I'm happy that Arcade went up purchased so far, and it will take something really special to make me purchase on this. Exactly, Jay Cuts. Exactly. iiRcade with the fire wallpaper. Let's see. But my purchases were made after hours of review and commentary. And exactly. See, that's the thing. Like, as long as you're researching, I always believe if you're going to buy something, you watch 3 reviews on it. Legit. Watch it from somebody you trust. Watch it somebody big that you don't know, and watch it from somebody small that you don't know. Because you're getting 3 different aspects of a review for a product. Did that with the AtGames Legends Pinball. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to do the research, because if it's somebody that you know, or that you trust their opinion, you feel that their information is going to be viable, that they're going to tell you what you're looking for. You watch somebody bigger, like, you know what I mean, who may have gotten a product for review, and you don't know what's in there. If they got it early, you don't know what's in the NDA or whatever else, right? Or their contract. You watch that. But then you watch it from somebody smaller, and then you watch the video and you hear what they say, because either it's going to line up with the big person, or it's going to line up with the person that you watch on a regular basis, or there might be similarities. I'm a firm believer in that. Yo, Carl said they set them the MSRP high on purpose so they can blow it out at $2.99. So the suckers think it's a great deal. Listen, and I guess I was a sucker for MK. I was a sucker. But listen, I don't have no problem with the money spent for Marvel's Capcom 2. I love that, right? Let's see. Yo, I love my games. I only play my Coin Ops USB on it. Don't play no games, any games they don't offer. Yep. Yep. Listen, if Arcade Net wasn't $20 a month, I tell you, blame me for everything, because that's what I do, bro. That's what I do. Nick, what's going on, brother? Squad, what's going on, man? Sorry, chat. I'm scrolling down, right? Yo, Sosa fan Bam with the $5 super chat. I want to be like console fanboy. # super chat. # free MK4. Let's see. Yo, can't afford controls. How about afford lose customers? That's also fair. But they sold last time, they said it was like 3 million. They sold 3 million products. That's a lot. Legit, think about that, y'all. It's a lot, right? Early adopters get burned. That's just nature of the beast. And that's with anything. That's with cell phones. That's with consoles, with any kind of tech. Graphics cards, video games, tires, aftermarket car parts. Seriously, anything anybody's an early adopter for, you get burned. That's just the nature of the beast. Yo, buy what you love and love what you buy. Nothing else matters. True words have never been spoken. True words never been spoken. Right? Let's see. I got my AtGames with the USB for $100. Yo, listen, somehow you keep finding these deals. You're getting PS4s for $80. You know what I mean? You're getting freaking Steam Decks for like 140. Yo, wherever you're at, I need to be there because you're catching, right? You are absolutely catching. Let's see. Yo, I picked up the ALU during that crazy Sam's Club sale, but they haven't set anything up. Is it still going on? Yo, is Sam's Club still going on with that right now? Because I don't know if it's over with. Let's check. Let's see AtGames. Because that'd be good to know for anybody who might have a little cash left over. Chat, look, chat. It's still going. The pinball's out of stock. The ALU's out of stock. Yo, you can get the Core Plus. Second place winner got that, right? Second winner place got that. But yeah, but the thing is, if you can get a good agent, somebody might price match it. Again, $3.99 wasn't me. Not me. Not for $3.99. So, you know, it is what it is. They come in and out of stock, and that's what you got to do. You got to refresh. You got to keep checking. You got to keep finding, right? You got to absolutely keep looking and refreshing the pages to get those deals because they're there to be had. Absolutely. Yo, 360. Yo, first off, thank you for competing Saturday Sunday. Somebody said in the comments that you that you flamed out, but we don't know about that. Yo, 499 super chat. Remember when KI was giving the two bigger YouTubers, then came to the twisted gaslighting of we don't need no spectate mode? Everybody's wrong. listen, everybody can be wrong, right? Everybody can be wrong. And that's just a bad call. Again, I think that's one of those things where you weigh the actual community that are using it and not like somebody who just picks it up. And that's no shade. That's reality. That's in anything. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Let's use a fighting game, for example, right? If you need to watch a review on somebody, right? Let's say 4 people have a fighting game thing. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna watch somebody who plays fighting games? Somebody who, you know what I'm saying, 4 people. A person who plays fighting games and has an A1 up. A person who's popular and just got the cabinet. A person who's not popular but bought the cabinet. Or just somebody who you know is used to just puts out really good reviews. Remember that we had that whole Blitz, that situation happened with Blitz. John Hancock, the dude who makes the SpongeBob videos. You know what I mean? Like, real talk, I was happy that UAG got a review cabinet. Legit, I was happy he got a review cabinet. Because he actually genuinely likes the game. He does. I watched him lose a couple times, but he's good at the game. So, and he enjoys it. He loves it. And that's the kind of energy that you want to be around, right? Yo, OTG saw my latest deal. He said, bro, when you want to sell it, give me first dibs on that. I told him, bet. Real talk. Yo, $239? Yep. Yep. Absolutely. You got a riser for your ALU because I'm 6'5". See, I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about it, man. It's kind of tall. I'm 6'3.5", right? So I've been thinking about it. I need to get a riser. Let's see. I want to stream Xbox to the ALU and play more recent fighting games. So my suggestion to that is, if you're gonna do it, like, I don't know if does it sync up Bluetooth with the Xbox? I don't know. But don't stream Steam games to it because it doesn't matter how good your internet. You can have 1 gig internet and it'll still lag. So, you know, look at that. Look at everybody in the chat. Got my ALP for $239. That's what I'm saying. Listen. Get those deals, man. And I'll say this, I'm not disappointed in it. I think the AtGames Legends Pinball, it kind of suffers from the iiRcade thing. You know how we talk about iiRcade doesn't have games or whatever? ALP has games. It's just you got to invest in them. Hell, matter of fact, let's talk about ALP. Screw it, we're here. So I wanted this because anybody who knows me knows I love the Grinch, right? And so the Dr. Seuss pack is $25. But you legit only get 3 tables. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Cats in the Hat, and Fox and Socks. Now, it's DLC. All right, it's DLC for your cabinet. And I'll say this: AtGames has been supporting the mess out of their product, right? The natural history tables. You know, they've been, And I watched Michael B stream this. I think he was doing it along, and I think P Dub streamed it as well. So I did watch it. You know, again, I've been doing research for like almost a year on this god doggone thing, right? And yeah, man, like at games, they've been putting out packs and stuff. A lot of stuff. Let's be real, you don't need to buy packs for the games and whatever. Pinball makes sense. You don't need to buy packs for the ALU, whatever else, because Coin Op X exists. Bobby Vu just put a build out. Y'all just gotta know where to look. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing is, like, as far as AtGames goes, like they put out what? They put out the quad play. They put out the pinball micro for your desk, $450. Yo, and do you know how bad? You know how bad I feel for people who spent $450 on this, and then people got the full size ALP for a little bit over half than that. Yeah, that's just desk crap. You know what I mean? Like this product right here doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I guess you put it on legs or something, but again, for me, it doesn't make sense, right? But you know, they did put stuff out. They did put out the bit LCD. I've been looking at that because it's really clean. You know, apparently this control panel is really bad. I don't know. I don't have it. I do have this quad play though, and it is a beautiful thing. The Vibs board, which I've been looking into, the Big Pixel for the pinball. You know, like that. That's the kind of stuff that like I've been interested in, right? That's the kind of stuff that you want to see, right? Yo, you got your butt handed to you Sunday. Well, listen, that's what it's about. Are you gonna pimp out the ALP? Listen, I put up a community post because I don't know where to go. I saw the back box for it from like was it Buy Some Store? It was like $500. I was like, God dang. But yes, the idea is to use a PC that I already have and to pimp out the ALP. Yes, that is absolutely the idea, right? Mo, let me know what you're after. I'm finding for you. Always welcome. All right, so check it out. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for an Xbox One of some kind. Not that I need one. I got my Series X is right here. You know what I'm saying? I got two of them. Like, I don't need one. But I know there's people in my community. If you look in the Discord, Damien, you read the Discord, there are people in there saying they don't have Xboxes, they don't have PS4s. So I'm trying to kind of, you know, bridge that gap a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to help people get on so I can beat them up. Is that selfish? Yo, the ALP tables cost too much in my opinion, especially compared to buying FX3 tables. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, like $25 for 3 tables or $25 for 4 tables. And don't nobody be like, oh, well, you're just broke. No, mother trucker, I don't. Listen, I don't even want to buy fighting game freaking packs for $25. Dragon Ball Fighters got DLC bought because it's $25 because I love Dragon Ball Fighters. But bro, 3 tables? Like, that's insane. I get it's probably licensing and whatever else, right? But it's a little steep, you know? You got all the pinball packs wait for them to go on sale. That's literally what I'm doing. I'm waiting for sales. You know, at National Owners Day should be coming up next month. So I'm patient. Like I'm in no rush. So when you see my review on it, it's going to be from stock configuration. That's why I haven't done anything sketchy yet. It's going to be stock because I believe if you review something, you want to give it the stock experience. You don't want to be biased and be like, oh well, I put this Alienware R7. You know what I'm saying? Aurora R7 PC with a 1080 Ti and all this other stuff. And yeah, no, it's going to be stock, right? Because, you know, that's the way we do around here, right? There's more Dr. Seuss coming this year. I don't doubt it. Probably another 3 tables, another $25. They're going to make that bread. How are you liking to your ALP? I'll say this. I put it together. Remember that scene in Back to the Future where freaking Michael J. Fox was in the bar and he was playing Wild Gunman? And the kid was like, that's like a baby's toy. Remember that? I put the ALP next to Marvel, and I promise you, right hand to the Lord, I had that moment. I was like, bro. It was a oh wow. Not even just the look of it was not intimidating, but just the look of it was like, you know, whatever. Now the side art's kind of mid, but everything else, like that back, like the freaking the HUD in the back, dude, yeah, dude, no, it's clean. I like it a lot. Atari Pack's good for the ALU. Yo, Happy, what's going on, brother? Yo, listen, that micro pinball be great. ... At $200. Yeah, at $200, it would probably be amazing. That would probably make sense for $200. For $450, I would look on Craigslist or something, right? Is it? Is the control panel good? Because I've heard people say it. Some people say it's really bad. Some people say it's good. Whatever else, right? Why is my Yoga Flame turned off? Because I'm not using it. Because Killer Instinct's blocking it. Like, literally, I'm not using it right now. Also, hey man, look. If I'm playing Blitz and you send me an invite because you see my name and I decline it because I'm playing Blitz, don't send me 4 more invites. Legit, don't send me 4 more invites. But no, that's why it's off. It works and everything else is just literally, hold on, let me pull my camera controls up real fast. No, put you down. Here, where are you at? Camera. There we go. Show the toolbar. There we go. Right? So it works. It's just that's the wrong way. So yeah, like you see Killer Instinct's right there. And I need a Killer Instinct to run it. So that's why that's right there. Right? Why are we going that way here? Let's go that way. There. Oh, that's too far. That's too far, but whatever. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. So yeah, that's why the Yoga Flame's off. It works and everything else. It's just I can't get to it. Besides, Big Blue's right there. We use that, right? Get the stern legs a little taller and they're black and they match the rest of the trim. I did think about the spray painting thing. I saw B's video was one of the reviews I watched, and I watched him mod the top of it because it didn't match the legs. I did think about that. Yo, facts, bro. Yo, just because I can buy it don't mean I will. Exactly. Yo, Mo, did you see what RGT85 said about MK4? You're talking about Constant Fanboy's video? I did see that. Yes, I did. Did I see CT Jason's video on the new Infinity Game tablet? Yes. And I told him to send me the link, which, by the way, CT, send it to me in Messenger. I'm still waiting. Yo, so tell me I watched the video, right? And I shot him a message. I'm like, hey, bro, am I calling you CT Jason? Am I calling you Mr. Home Arcade? Yo, what am I calling you now? Yo, CT is like, yo, that dude is one of the best dudes in the world, man. Real talk. Like, outside of freaking YouTube and whatever else, like, yo, that dude's cool as a fan, man. Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I chop it up with him on a daily basis. But, we're busy. We're both busy individuals. All right. Let's see. You got wheels on the ALP. It's fun to move around. It's probably easier, too. It's probably convenient to move the cab and just push it around. Wheels aren't a bad idea. They're not a bad idea. Yo, speaking of which, there he is right there. I'll send it to you right now. Bro, I asked this dude Saturday. Pretty sure I asked him Saturday. It's Tuesday. Stop putting people in the late. Really happy. Yo, everybody that translates to, if you see Moat Line, keep sending them invites. Nah, don't do that. You can listen. You keep doing that if I don't respond right away. Like, I have a Discord for that stuff, right? Like, legit. Like, I have a Discord for that. Like, literally. After this, probably going to play something after this. You know what I mean? Literally, we lab in the Discord for this stuff, right? It's not hard to get a hold of me. Matter of fact, I'm a man. I can admit it. I played C Marvel with an 8-bit Dell controller last night. Street Fighter Alpha 3. He beat me 5-2. That is the first time C Marvel has ever beat me in a set, but it didn't happen on stream. But I'm acknowledging it. It does happen. C Marvel. Yo, Blade Brown. That is mine. Yo, Zero Hero, what's going on, man? Yo, welcome. All right, so what you say? Yo, Sosa said Arcade needs to beat him up Capcom Deluxe Cab with 14 beat 'em ups online with Spectate. Lord Sosa wants this. Lord Sosa, have you met my friend, the Yoga Flame edition or the Shinku Hadoken edition? Have you met that? 14 games, 11 of them are shmups and beat 'em ups. Literally, only Street Fighter, CE, Hyper, and Turbo 2 are the only fighting games on there. Everything else is beat 'em up and shmups. Have you met my friend, the Yoga Flame Machine Hadoken? You know what? I'll say that. I'll say. That cab, and I know it was listed, but that cab was like the biggest clickbait in the world, bro. I love the art. It's Udon Comics art, right? I love it. I think the worst regret I've ever had in life was that I sold the 15th anniversary stick that I had right after my son was born, right? Worst regret ever. But yeah, that cab exists already, Sosa. It's there. Like, you don't need to go look for it. It's there. Literally, you can just go buy that. Honestly, and I think it's on sale for like $3.99. I think Walmart had it for $3.99, right? Somebody had it for $3.99. I think Walmart had it for $3.99. I think Walmart had MK30 for $2.99. So yeah, you could definitely get one, bro. Definitely. Yo, too bad She-Lion wasn't in a Killer Instinct tourney. She wasn't. Which reminds me, we need to start. Nick and I need to have a conversation. We need to get these wheels moving because we're trying to set up She-Lion and UAG along with some other community members and stuff. So y'all might get shot a message soon. Trying to set up a 2-night event. You know, we're gonna have us a home arcade WrestleMania, right? Yo, Happy was watching that. I forgot about that. Man went for the full screen smooth criminal just to prove a point. I did. Just to prove a point, I burned 3 bars a meter, bro. It was fun, man. Yo, I asked you not to montage it. I didn't. I'm not gonna go on the records. Listen, it's there. It happened, right? If you lost and wasn't on stream, it happened. Yeah, okay. But yeah, exactly. Yoga Flame, Shinku Doken, here, Sosa. I got you, man. Listen. Here you go, Sosa, just for you. So Sosa become educated real fast, right? All right, so the Yoga Flame with where's the list of games and stuff at? The product details just right there, right? So there you go. King of Dragons, Strider, Pro Gear, Battle Circuit, CE, Hyper Fighting, Turbo, Puzzle Fighter, Saturday Night Slam Master, Capcom Sports Club, Final Fight, Giga Wing, Captain Commando, and Armored Warriors. Sosa, this is the cab that you want. Legit. Like, this is probably the closest you're gonna get to like to arcade without maybe actually putting out a full beat 'em up cabinet. Unless they re-release like Final Fight and then put all the stuff on there or whatever else. Literally, that's the cab you want, bro. $4.99, $3.99 at what the hell is that place called? Walmart. And I think QVC actually has it for $3.99. Actually, let me check right now. I'm gonna check QVC right now. You can get it for 5 easy payments of XYZ. Which, yo, have y'all looked on the QVC website lately? Because legit, like they have downsized. I was bored looking today, and legit, there is like no arcade 1-up stuff on their website anymore. Legitimately, there are freaking there are like 7 things. No BS. There are 7 things on QVC. The Legacy, yeah, which is $4.15. Cocktail. Ooh, that's a deal actually for that Partycade. Hey, there we go. Look, I don't need to make a community post right there. There y'all go right here. Anybody who's here, Miss Pac-Man Partycade, $131. There you go. You're welcome. I got this for $2.99, and this is back up to $600. Projector case, $251. I don't know why you need the whiteboard thing. And then they're still selling copies of Golden Tee, the original. But yeah, man, there you go, Sosa, right there. $4.15. But this right here, yo, that might be a catch. Listen, that might be the bag to get right there, chat. So listen, get it, and then you gut it, and then put it into an existing like cab form or something. That might be the mix. Legit. And it's on clearance, chat. $131.22. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. All right. Oh, really? Whatever. Did I see the video how Max displays his sticks? I did. Yoga's $3.99 at Walmart, and Shinku's $4.49, which is crazy because it's the same cab. It's just different artwork, right? That's crazy. My Shinku came in today and it looks amazing. Dude, I love the artwork. But it's TJ. You want to know what the difference, what threw me off for Yoga Flame and Shinku? Because E-Honda's on the side of Yoga Flame, and T-Hawk is on the side of Shinku Adoken looking derpy. And I don't like T-Hawk. So, yeah, right. Yeah, if I didn't buy Big Blue, Yoga Flame and Shinku will be easy buy. Absolutely. The thing about Big Blue is, though, you get Darkstalkers on Big Blue. You get Darkstalkers, you know what I mean? You get Muscle Bomber Duo, and you get Echo Fighter if that's what it was, right? Let's see. It should have been skinned as Final Fight. That's what I'm probably going to have to do with do yours. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a miss. Final Fighter Captain Commando, legit. I think people would have bought a Captain Commando. I think that thing would have moved a lot better if it was Captain Commando. But again, Outrun Comics artwork, yo. Let it be great, right? Yo, Zero, can we ask why the deluxe cabinets have the same games they've had for the last 3 years? Because it's going to be the new evergreen cabinet. Remember, these cabinets are supposed to be evergreen. The legacy line is supposed to exist forever. These are essentially now the new they're the new legacy. Literally. I think they'll still sell 3/4 scales to like Walmart and whatever else, right? But as far as legacy cabinets go, I think this is it because it's literally the same games, just in a different shell, you know. And if you can just make the PCB and you ain't got to do nothing else to it, bing bang boom, you're in the building. Same thing with the MK2 that's coming out. I'm the firm belief that all these cabinets are going to come out next month, only because they said they weren't going to announce stuff that wasn't going to come out soon. I'm a firm belief these are going to come out in February. So the difference is this might actually have a better monitor for the MK fans. So I'm actually kind of curious. You got your Pac-Man party cake cheap at Walmart. Listen, Welcome to Die loves freaking party cakes. I can't do it, bro. I can't. I would take out the freaking the PCB and put it in something else, right? Yo, projector cade is trash. Is it? See, I don't have one, so I don't know. I don't have that desire to. I don't have the desire to really like have a projector cade. You know what I mean? Like, if I could do something cool with it, like legit, like if I can do something cool with it and like put a karaoke machine on it or something, and we'd be in the crowd singing Cyndi Lauper or Rihanna, you know, cheers to the freaking weekend, that'd be great. Absolutely great. I'd be with it, right? Let's see. I get that world map on the Shinku and Cammy side art. I love it. Yo, speaking of love, that 99 Lives arcade Marvel vs. Capcom 2 deck, I'm still in love with it. I don't know if I'm $450 in love with it, but I'm in love with it. So we're going to start a GoFundMe. We're going to GoFund a 99 Arcade Lives deck, 99 Lives arcade deck, and then he's going to review it. Yeah, we're going to do that. I'm kidding, of course. I'm kidding. Let me stop that, too, because, look, I got heat for that. Saying some crap like that last year. Let me stop saying that stuff, right? Yo, Sosa fan Bam with the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Yo, I'll get Shinku next month. I'm getting MK30 this month. I only like to buy one cab a month. Mrs. Sosa would kill me if she got more than that. Listen. Yo, keep her happy. She buys the merch. I have to make some pants or some booty shorts for her, okay? So, yo, Mrs. Sosa buys the merch. Shout out to Mrs. Sosa. We're wearing all the emote merch. And you too, chat, can have your own emote merch. Exclamation merch in the chat and get put on. Moat, are you getting any of these deluxe cabinets on 50/50 on this Pac-Man? If I do, it'll be Mortal Kombat. Literally, it'll be Mortal Kombat just so I can have Mortal Kombat and be online. Literally, and the thing is, I wouldn't do it unless I knew that it was well, I'm sure it'll be crossplay because it's the same board. But yeah, I would go Mortal Kombat 2, and I like the Mortal Kombat 2 side art. Like I got UMK3 because you know my guy Shao Kahn's on the side looking like a beast, right? So, but to have the MK30th, yeah, I would do that. I would do that, right? That'd be the thing, right? Yo, Roger, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Yo, you got the Galaga Party Cade and you put it in your Gen 1 Galaga cap. See, that's smart. And that's what I'm saying. I would pick up this. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to put the thing in the cart right now. I would get the Miss Pac-Man Party Cade just to gut it and put it in another cabinet. Like, legit. That just makes sense, you know? Let's see. Yo, what up? Welcome to Die. What's going on, man? Yo, Mo, have you ever tried a Party Cade in person? If not, I'm sure that would change your mind. I have gorilla hands. And I'm an animal, so I don't know how well that's gonna work. But I've seen reviews on the Street Fighter Party Cade where people said their knuckles were knocking against the freaking thing and whatever else. But legit, like for 4 easy payments of $32.80, yeah, I'd jump out the window for a super a Pac-Man one. Yeah, absolutely. I'd jump out the window for that, especially on clearance, right? Yo, wait on MK30 if it's going to be on sale soon. Probably. It's on sale now, right? It's on sale now. So you ain't got to wait that long, right? Yo, don't be like others that overcharge for Mercenary Bro. Just keeping it real. Hold on. Look, listen. We practice full transparency around this juke joint. Hold on. Okay. So because I don't care, right? Y'all know me. I don't care. Here, let me pull up my revenue thing. Y'all know I don't care, bro. We just talking out here, right? So, I don't care. All right. So, this is my merch store, right? So, look. These are the profit margins. Legit. Those are profit margins. Because Stream Elements requires you to have X amount. So, I legitimately have these at the lowest prices possible. And these are all old merch prices. When you get down to the newer stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's like, again, this is all old. So, let me get some new stuff, right? Scroll down. So $4.75, $3. You know what I'm saying? $4, $3, $4, $4.40, $4.40. Again, I'm not making money off of this. And anybody who knows this knows that any of the merch I get, all the proceeds and stuff goes to the freaking the Mo Plays channel. All that stuff goes to the belts and the championships, or whatever. If you're subbed to me on Twitch, you get a discount. So you get your prices slashed. You know what I'm saying? And again, it looks good. It's good merch. I don't overcharge merch because it's just, you know, they require you to have a profit. You know what I mean? And I don't believe in overcharging for merch. Like, I'm not going to sell freaking a hoodie for $60. Like, what? No. You know what I'm saying? Again, full transparency. I ain't got nothing to hide. We ain't got nothing to hide at all, right? But again, so if you got Twitch, you got Amazon Prime, that means you got Twitch Prime. You go to my Twitch channel, you can sub for free. You get a discount. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Like, that's just keeping it a buck, man. And that's, I don't know if that's too much behind the curtain, but, you know, whatever. We don't care, right? We don't care, right? Look, can't wait to rock my boat gear. Listen, we gonna make them pants, and then Sosa's gonna high five, and he's gonna point to the sky. No, but seriously though, like seriously, man, like, no, I don't believe in overcharging for anything. You know, like, I would rather have the merch be in the hands of people that are enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? And it's quality stuff. Again, I don't just wear something like, yo, the beanie solid, legit, beanie solid. I love beanie. Beanie's great. You know what I mean? So that's just that, right? Yo, you just watched CT Jason's video. So right, he's absolutely right. Absolutely. All right, let's see. Miss Pac-Man is the one I'll get when it goes on sale. Eventually, third Vertical Jam on it. Well, that's on sale right now. Hold on, let me check. Let me make sure it's Miss Pac-Man, right? Because it's showing the Miss Pac-Man image. Hold on, let's go back. Because it's showing the Miss Pac-Man image. It could be Super Pac-Man. Hold on. Let's check real fast, chat. Let's be thorough. Okay, see, so this is what you got to pay attention to, chat. So it's the Super Pac-Man one. It's not Miss Pac-Man. It's Super Pac-Man. They only have one color. So, again, that's why we pay attention to that stuff. All right. Yo, for fighters, Party K sucks, but everything else is just perfect. Just saying. Well, if I can get one in my hands, welcome to die. If I can get one in my hands, we'll see how it goes, right? Yo, 499 super chat from Console Fanboy. Yo, Mo, you'd be cool if you got the MK2 Deluxe. They get spectate eventually, me even more tournaments for the channel, right? And see, and that's the thing. Like, I absolutely dig that, and I did like. My heart hurts for the Mortal Kombat fan, man, because legit, there should be Mortal Kombat tournaments. I would personally like to host an Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 tournament. My heart hurts for that community. You know, maybe one day, you know, they'll drop the bag and be like, yo, hey, we can get it going. And again, I love raiding on the side. Street Fighter 2, that's my jam. You know what the killer is about that is, chat? Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me pull this gimmick up. You know what got me about this cabinet, chat? Was that they had the ball, they had the gumption, not the balls. They had the foresight, right? They had the foresight to put the Midway logo on the side of that cabinet. Legit. That's big for me. You're putting the Midway logo on there, that's big. And it looks good. And it's got no riser, chat. This would be something, I'm not gonna lie to you, this would be something I put black electrical tape on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would literally like freaking grab my roll of electrical tape and like just cover this up. And then maybe cover up that A1 up thing right there. But it's clean. And it's no riser, chat. Like, the speakers outside, they look like the speakers from the Pinball, which means they're probably decent. Again, this is it's not bad. So if I ever had to do one, I probably would do that. Legitimately, right? Legitimately. I understand why they just don't do a Midway fighting games on the cabinet all online plus MK Trilogy 2. I don't know. But MK, you got to think MK Trilogy is a console game. And then if you put MK Trilogy, what version of MK Trilogy are you putting? You got to put the N64 version on, right? Because the N64 is the best version, right, chat? Right? Anybody who says PlayStation version better than N64 version, yo, fight me. Yo, Retro Ralph, what's going on, brother? Yo, Happy New Year, bro. Listen, hey, I need to slide a DM after this because I meant to message you. We need to converse. Nothing bad. We just need to talk, man. Thank you, Ralph. And hey, yo, the haters. I saw that tweet. F those guys. Yo, Sosa fan, Bam with the membership. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Again, it's funny because we're trying to get the main. We're trying to. It's funny because we're trying to get the Mo Plays channel for monetization, so we can do that kind of stuff. But literally everything that comes from here literally goes into that channel. Like no cap, it all literally goes into that channel. So I appreciate y'all, man, for real. I need the mango sitting on a beanie hat. Are you serious? Zero Hero. I will make you that hat, but you got to buy it. I'll literally make the hat like right after the stream, but you got to buy it. I'm just saying. Listen, I don't want to clog up the merch store with a bunch of freaking stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, you got good prices at 44 T. Wait, people charging $40 for T-shirts? Bruh, I don't even think my graphic tees cost. Well, okay, my graphic tees might cost 40, but that's like retail, like from like a store. You know what I mean? Like people charging $40 for a T-shirt, like for real? Yo, I'm trying to be on. Listen, I ain't gouging like that, bro. We not doing all that, right? We're not doing all right. Let's see. Yeah, it is Super Pac-Man. Yeah, Zero Ho. You're right. Let's see. You're getting good with Sony on UMK3. Just ask else. Can't wait for some tournaments. They should just go ahead and do it. Again, do I think it'll happen one day? Yeah, probably. It'll probably happen. It's just one of those things where it's funny because I wouldn't say get loud, but I think y'all are honestly, I think the Mortal Kombat fan has been more than loud, and I think they've been more than vocal. Honestly. I wholeheartedly believe the Mortal Kombat fan has been vocal. And I think that y'all have been loud enough, man. And the Mortal Kombat fan should get some kind of justice, right? Okay, let's see. I wanted MK3 art, but I'm probably going to get the MK Deluxe. Wasn't buying Mortal Kombat 30 with that trash screen. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Yo, don't do MK Trilogy, no console only games. Yeah, because that's a whole other thing you got to code online for. So yeah, that's absolutely fair, right? When's the N64 unboxing? So, bro, it's literally sitting right there. It's sitting on my floor. I'm looking at it, legit. So I call it N64 unbox chat, and anybody who knows me knows I love N64, right? And never had one in box, and I bought it, and I got it, right? And I got it in box. I haven't opened it or anything else, right? Because I genuinely want to record it and have a genuine reaction. It might actually be a video where I actually cry. There might be a tear shown on this video. So yeah, that's why I haven't done it yet. But don't worry about it, Evan. I'm gonna get to it. Yo, $40 for a T-shirt. That ish must be designer. Yo, real talk. I want to know who's selling it for $40. Like, I'm not saying you should snitch, but I'm saying you should snitch. like I want to know who's selling T-shirts for $40. Like, I'm not even hating. Like, listen. I'm all about somebody getting their bag, right? I'm all for everybody getting their bag, but yo, $40? Like $40, like no cap, $40. I mean, I guess are people paying for it though? That's the here move camera thing. I guess that's the question. Are people paying $40 for it? Like that's my real question, you know? Because anybody could put something up, right? It doesn't matter if nobody buys it, right? Ooh, that's actually kind of clean. That's kind of clean, right? You have I love John D hoodie for $38, but that's reasonable though. That's different. That's a hoodie. Hoodies are expensive. That makes sense. A T-shirt for $40? Yeah, nah, right? Yo, champs, I usually sell anything I do at roughly 25, but I make 100% profit. Yeah, see that? But again, that's fair. What, a T-shirt? Red colors. Let's see. Okay, what's that extra color? Here, let's see what that looks like. Let's see. I wanted to make a video about YouTubers that overcharge for merchandise. I want to know. Legit, I want to know who's charging $40 for a T-shirt. Like, all right, so I don't even think it's like Spawn Wave or anybody like that. Freaking, ooh, that's clean. Okay, that's actually kind of clean. But you would need another color though. It would need to be another color. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, Zero Hero. I'm literally working on it while we talk. But yeah, like you should do it because $40. That's insane, right? Yo, Paul Brothers merch, maybe. Okay, that makes sense. Again, but they're millionaires. That makes sense, right? Yo, I bought a Griselda Blanco hoodie and it was $55. I hope I said that right. Griselda Blanco. I don't know. I don't know what that is, right? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, that's wrong. No, that needs to go back to what it was. And then let's change that to that. And then let's do that. Okay. But yeah, man, no. Mm-mm. Again, I want people to wear the merch and not feel like they got ripped off. I don't want somebody to feel like they're getting gouged. You know what I mean? Like that's just not something we do, right? That's just not something we do, chat. All right, you know what? That'll work. That'll work. So, chat, we haven't talked about iiRcade yet, right? We haven't talked about iiRcade yet. And iiRcade, they had a actually a pretty good year, all things considered. iiRcade Gold, they got Send and Light Gun support. They had announced a sponsorship with Glenn making custom decks and stuff. Yo, iiRcade had a good year, absolutely a good year. Let's see. She was a drug dealer in the '80s. Oh well, yeah, that's that Chapo stuff, right? Okay. Yo, Evan says, I watched a She Line arcade retrospective video. How the F you guys remember your first arcade play? I was a toddler. I'm a struggle remember because I grew up in the hood. Listen, I grew up in the hood. So, you know what I mean? Like, bro, you remember every time that you go to Chuck E. Cheese. You remember every time that, you know what I mean? Like, you get to go have fun. So, yeah, legit, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was in love with Turtles. I was in love with Turtles and Transformers. Like, legit. Like, freaking Megatron is my dog, okay? Megatron's absolutely my dog. Like, I'm looking at a Megatron helmet. Megatron's my dog, right? So, yeah, I remember going to Chuck E. Cheese. I remember exactly how much money I had, too. I had $5. I got 20 tokens. And I felt like I was rich. And this was back when freaking arcades, everything was only freaking a quarter in freaking Chuck E. Cheese. And so we were there for like a good hour and a half. I burned through my tokens in like 25 minutes because, 7-year-old Moat playing freaking playing Turtles. And so I played with freaking Raphael. I didn't know Raph was the worst turtle in the game, but I played with Raph because I love Raph, right? And I played Turtles. I remember walking to that and then walking to I think it was Off Road. No, not whatever. What was it? Hang On, the game with the bike, the motorcycle bike. I think it was Hang On. I don't think it was Super Hang On. I think it was Hang On, right? And I remember going there and just dumping quarters. I remember playing that because it was all in a row. It had Ninja Turtles, it had Simpsons, and I watched past Simpsons because Simpsons was full, so it must have just came out or something. I don't know. It had Simpsons. It had Super Hang On. It had Superman. Y'all remember the bad Superman arcade game? I do. I played Superman. And yeah, so that came out. And then yeah, Spider-Man was there too. Sega Spider-Man. That was there. And there was one more game, but I remember it vividly because it was great. And I remember we got to the third level. I do remember getting to the third level of Turtles. Like I was playing by myself, and then one of my sisters came over, and then like some random kid came over. You know what I mean? And then Billy writes in the chat. Billy Wright, no, we were on 76 in Good Hope, getting it in. Yo, shout out to Billy Wright, man. Yo, Billy Wright knows, bro. Like that Chuck E. Cheese that was on 76 in Good Hope. Yeah, bro, we were getting it in. So yeah, I remember it vividly. Because the next time I played a video game, an arcade game, was like a couple weeks later at the Budget Cinema across the street. And it was Street Fighter 2. And it legitimately changed my life. I fell in love. I literally fell in love with Street Fighter. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. But I literally fell in love at that moment with fighting games. Also, hey, yo, hey, Zero Hero, I made you a beanie. You're welcome. You better go buy it. I made you a beanie while we're sitting here talking because I didn't want to forget about it, right? Let's see. Can you turn off the screensavers or you can't? Oh, you're talking about the arcade? Um, yeah, I think you can actually. It's on a timer. I think my screensaver timer is on like an hour because like they changed. So the way it used to was like they used to change it every week. At first, they were putting content creators' favorite games on there. Like even Endless One Ups made it on there, and then they did holiday theme. So I think that's probably the fireplace you talk about. Whatever else, right? Yo, talk to him, Carl. We live in the projects. Movies were far and few between. Absolutely, bro. Talk to them. They don't understand that. Styleway, superior, Megatron, inferior. Hold on. Let me just remind you that Megatron turned into a gun. But yo, I love Starscream. Like legit, Starscream is my dude, man. I love Starscream. I love Megatron, man. That was my jam. Legitimately. Okay. Let's see. The Smash TV clone Champion Galaxy for arcade had potential, but the dash button is all the way at the end. C button, it's a dual stick. It feels so bad. We still need Smash TV, by the way. Yeah. So wait, you can't remap because I thought one of the things you should be able to remap the controls, right? Look, Evan can co-sign it. Yeah, thank you. I remember playing Superman and Spider-Man and Chuck E. Cheese. Exactly. That's vivid to me. Legit. Those are memories that they trigger and they sit deep with me, right? Hold on. What'd you say, Evan? Yo, I had white Wisconsin parents, so a first arcade was definitely in a bar. He's not wrong. I don't know what it is about Wisconsin, man, but yo, parents will take their children to a bar and they will sit and drink at the bar. And the kid will just be sitting there. They'll give the kid a couple quarters and whatever else, right? And they expect you to just play. That happens to this day. Legit. Like, I took my daughter bowling, was it last weekend, the weekend before? Weekend before. And legit, we went there and like there was like kids there with their parents at the bar, the parents at the bar drinking, watching the game. And the kids were getting quarters to go play pinball and stuff. Boy, only I always say only in Wisconsin because I'm just like, yo, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Yo, I want Smash TV with online co-op. That should be doable. Again, it's I don't know if the demand's high enough, whatever. You wanna know something I saw really funny? I saw a post about how Mortal Kombat 4 has got a petition now, a change out of work. And then they're like, yo, somebody was hating, and we're not gonna say names because that's not what we do around here. Somebody was hating and was like, yo, MK4 is never gonna get enough signatures, blah 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 blah. Do I have any Megatron fix? Not yet. Not yet. See, I need y'all to understand something, right? I have a closet full of freaking figures and pops and whatever else, right? And I ain't got no room. Literally, I literally have no room. Like I'm trying to buy a house, so I have no room for figures. And you know how many figures I've seen, and I'm just like, man, it'd be so dope to have. Yeah, no, if we go down the Transformers route, there is going to be real problems. There is genuinely going to be real problems. I can't do it. Yo, CT Jason tried to get me buy some of his figures when he was doing his sale a couple months ago. Matter of fact, yo Mo, did you mess with Beast Wars when it first came out? Yo, Beast Wars was kind of hard. Legit, Optimus Prime and stuff. Beast Wars was kind of smooth. Yo, people hate Beast Wars, man. I thought Beast Wars was kind of lit. I thought Beast Wars was great. And it's not only because of the CGI, but Bumblebee was actually it was Cheetah, and we got rid of Bumblebee, so I was definitely okay with that because I don't like Bumblebee, but he's better than Hot Rod, so you take what you can get. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Yo, I have the Gen 1 alligator transformer Decepticon and a cockroach Autobot still in great condition. Nice. Nice. Start charging more for your merch so you can have a house like Gem Mint. Dude, I literally said all the merch proceeds goes into the tournament pools. I'm not making money on merch. Okay? Literally, it all goes towards the tournaments. Okay, so that way I ain't got to reach out. That way I ain't got to reach out to a bunch of people and be like, "Hey," because the thing I hate the most is I have to give an elevator pitch. And it's been cool. Like certain people like Eddie Good, what I'm saying, V Salmon, JLS Gaming supported 2 tournaments. You know what I mean? Like Super Game Reviews supported one. Like I don't like asking people for money. 19K Fox did one. I don't like asking people for money. I just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? There's people in this chat right now who did it in the shadows. Did it in the shadows Sunday. Matter of fact, Haffy, we're talking about you. Yeah, I said your name. Anyway, I don't want to do that. I'd rather and that's the main goal for getting the Mo Plays channel monetized. Get that channel monetized, all that stuff, memberships and super chats and all that stuff could go to feeding these tournaments because I like to watch people throw hands. That's what I'm here for, right? I love fighting games, you know. So that's why I don't freaking overpriced merchandise or whatever else, right? You know what I mean? Like it all goes into tournaments. Part of the reason why we're doing only 3 majors a year now too, but yeah, yo, no doubt, I got you. What's wrong with Bumblebee? That could be its own stream. That could be its own stream. You know what I'm saying? I remember playing arcades more in drive-in theaters, regular movie theaters, bowling alleys, and bars. Yeah, because that's what you had to get it into Milwaukee. You know what I'm saying? Legit, like, I really didn't the only real dedicated cab I used to, arcades ever end up going to were like Tilts. Tilt and Southridge, Aladdin's Castle, you know what I mean? Like, and that was when I was a teenager. So Aladdin's Castle was, well, again, Evans in the chat, he can speak to this. Aladdin's Castle was a spot, Tilt was a spot in the mall. You know what I mean? Like at Mayfair, you go to the movie theater, and that's where I fell in love with Star Wars trilogy. And I forget what movie we went to go see. Me and my friends went to go see. Oh, I think we went to go see 8 Mile. And they had Star Wars trilogy, and I missed like the first 30 minutes of 8 Mile. So I had to go see it again because I played Star Wars trilogy. Yo, but Star Wars trilogy's lit, man. One day, if Arcade One Up ever makes that, that's a day one purchase. Like legit, like honestly, right? Yo, Rat Trap was a goon. Rat Trap was absolutely a goon on Beast Wars. Because you're a nice guy, Haffy. That's why I put you out there, right? Yo, Bumblebee wasn't bad, not great, but watchable. No, I mean the character Bumblebee, Console Fanboy, not Bumblebee the movie, but like the character Bumblebee. Just Bumblebee as a character. Yo, but Rat Trap was was Ironhide, right? Yo, Rat Trap was that dude. Rat Trap was hilarious. Yo, Skating Rinks had nice arcades too. They did. Skate University had a great arcade. Legit. Skate University had a great arcade. See, that's the thing about Milwaukee. When I was coming up, when I was a kid, you want to go somewhere nice and play this stuff, you had to go to the South Side. Like you had to go to like freaking West Allis and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was either you go to Good Hope or you go to West Allis. Or maybe Layton. You know what I'm saying? But then your parents have to actually drive and listen, driving was a distance, right? You know what I'm saying? Listen, sitting in the cars, right? Yo, you miss Tilt? I do too, man. Tilt was so good. Sosa spitting ludicrous things. I'm gonna let it slide, but he's like, "Yo, there's never been a Street Fighter game that comes close to Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. The only games that are as good as UMK3 is MVC2, CBS2, DOA2, and Mortal Kombat Gold. Hashtag free AK4. Hashtag free MVC2 online. Hashtag buy Mo booty shorts. Only have booty shorts up in the store. Don't let them gas you." And Sosa, I know you're not about to disrespect Third Strike and Street Fighter Alpha 2 like that, right? Or Alpha 3. I know that's what you're not about to do in this chat. You still got Till coins? Yo, that's what's up. That's what's up, right? This man just quoted Tunchi in my chat right now. This man putting people on blast. Don't he know real G's moving silence like lasagna? I love that song. That's a good song, right? Yo, Apocalypse Mister, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Yo, I appreciate you being here. Yo, the first time you ever played X-Men Coda was on the middle school field trip next to UWM. When was the first time I played Coda? I think it was the budget. I don't think it was UWM because listen, we tried that because we had a field trip to UWM and we tried that. Our teacher was not having it. Maybe it was at the bowling. Maybe it was at AMF. I think it was at AMF I played Coda. It might have been at AMF. For those who don't know, AMF is a bowling alley chain. Well, it used to be. I think they closed all of them except for like Bolero. I think Bolero's still open off of Highway 100 in Milwaukee. I don't know, but yeah, we used to do that, right? Yo, at Castle Skateland where I live, I used to love playing the 3 steering wheel off road. Again, it's memories, man. Like that's why I'm so happy that she approached me with the project that she's doing. And again, yo, watch that. Literally, that first episode, that's That's like literally 7%. Wait until the meat and potatoes come out of that. Like legit. It's really freaking good. Well, at least like I get a little emotional talking about this stuff, right? It's good, man. Like I love arcades. And that's why I think honestly, I think that's what pisses me off when I hear these clowns on the internet talk about, oh well, yo, Moat don't know you're talking about this. I'm like, what? And they have to remind cats like, yo, I got more arcades than you probably do in a year, bro. Legit. So, but yeah, man, no, like the arcade scene runs deep with me, man. It does. Legit. All facets of it. It runs deep with me, and I absolutely love it, right? Y'all had a bowl of rama. Is that like a bowl of ramen? I don't know. I don't know, right? Yo, AMF bowling alleys are still in PA and New Jersey. See? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, yo, I used to work at AMF. I used to work at West Dallas. Legit. I used to work there for like 3 years, bro. Like, and it was cool. It was fun. Again, that's where my addiction to Golden Tea came from. I got my Golden Tea addiction from working at AMF. So, yeah, man. And that's chat, let me ask y'all something. Is it wrong that I sit here and I'm still like, yo, I know the screen's bad on Golden Tea, but I want a Golden Tea so bad. Legit, when they were selling one in for like $8.50, and I asked Ralph and Rexer and them, and they both chimes like, yo, don't do it. And I'm still the mindset where I want a Golden Tea cabinet. Three real cabinets I want IRL. MVC2, Golden Tea, and freaking a DDR cab. And like, bro, like I want the arcade one up XL, and I'm just like, you fight it hard, chat. You hide it hard, right? Yo, my daycare. Wait, what? My daycare center had a RoboCop cab. None of us became violent criminals. Good. Again, proof that the system works. All right, chat. Yo, Bumblebee's kind of like Robin and Batman. Robin, Optimus is Batman, and Bumblebee is Robin. Yeah. Okay, let's see. We have a free play arcade, $20, play all day. That's where I take Chris Mansion all the time. That's all the time. Yo, Chris, like as in like Mansion Chaos, Chris. Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Legit. Again, arcades are great, man, and I'll take an arcade however I can get it, bro. Legit. And I think that's one of the appeals of like, you know, places like Galloping Ghost, Up Down. We've got Up Down. I don't know if that's the chain. We've got Round Ones. Round Ones in South Ridge is actually kind of decent. That's at Tomb Raider was actually pretty dope. Yeah, man. Yes, Evan. I sneak down to Milwaukee, and I do sneak down to Greenfield, and I do go to the god doggone arcade, and end up going to the god doggone box lunch and buying too many pop figures and stuff. And yeah, I creep in and out. I creep in and out. I slide in and out, right? And they have Vulixes. They have tons of Vulixes. That's where you go. You go to really go play freaking sit across from somebody and get that feeling when somebody want that smoke. Beat him up in Third Strike. Beat him up in Street Fighter 4. Ooh, oh, yo, I torched this clown with Sagat in Street Fighter 4. Oh, man, yo, he was pissed. Yo, like that dude threw his drink. Sorry, chat. We shouldn't laugh at those kind of things, but we laugh at them. No, Bolarama was the ish. Yo, is that where you, that's where y'all start doing BET and cut stuff at? Y'all doing it right? Yo, the Golden Tea is worth it with that discount. I like the main menu missing so it gets a pass, but the scream is poop. Yo, then CT Jason, yo, listen. Yo, sell it to me for $3.50. $3.50, right? Chris, your son? Ah. So I know the account for Managing Chaos. See, that makes sense. That's how I know the account. See, it's okay, I got you. Yeah, see, that makes more sense. Y'all got to up down there too? That's what's up. I was going to upgrade the Golden Tea, but the screen was a poo-poo platter. This dude, Sosa, bro, addiction. This dude said he had 31 cabinets, and I just looked, I was like, okay. He said 31, bro. Low-key, Sosa might have one of the best arcades that nobody talks about here in the home arcade space on YouTube. Sosa might have, like, one of the best, legit. Arcade one of us like Jello, and there's always room for more. And there's always a side martini. All right, Sosa. All right, bro. Yo, you got 4 arcade one-ups now. and I couldn't give a crap less about what the haters say. I'm working on iiRcade now. Yo, listen, if you can get an iiRcade at a discount and you know the games list and stuff going forward, and knowing that they're updating it every week, by all means. Again, no hate on that thing at all. It's just I got it for it was bought for the deal price, man. Again, people love iiRcade. There's nothing wrong with iiRcade at all. It's a good platform. When they get some games, again, I keep it because I'm waiting for a banger that's going to make me be like, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I shouldn't have did that because that's going to get clipped. Anyway, already, let's see. You go to Midwest Gaming this year, 100 arcades, plus even more pinball, literally every console to play on. I already told JLS Gaming that I was going because he's actually from Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably didn't know that. He was, right? Yo, CT Jason needs a pedestal? Probably. Yo, I don't sell cats. If I bomb, it's for keeps. Yo, didn't $1 Million Man say everybody has a price, bruh? Everybody has a price. Everybody has a price, bro. That's all I'm saying. And clipped. Yep. At that moment, that's when it's time to end the stream. Yo, thank everybody for hanging out. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, when we start getting clipped, yeah, it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go get a drink. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back to watching Yellowstone. Yo, real quick, chat. Hey. So I got put on Yellowstone, right? And I've been watching Yellowstone. And the Harambe flakes. They got bootleg Harambe flakes in there, bro. Yo, it's crazy. But no, seriously, I was trying to be unconventional and not watch the popular show, so I try not to. Yellowstone's kind of legit. Yeah, man. Yellowstone's legit, right? No, you're good. You're good. Listen, clip it. Hey, I did it. It's on the internet. It's on the internet. Somebody clipped it. Somebody absolutely did it. Yo, that was a print sound. Facts. But yo, Mo, you know, pissed me about the arcade. Netflix got TMNT Shredder's Revenge. They couldn't. Listen, I am sure iiRcade is doing their best to get the titles that y'all want. Okay? I'm sure that they're working very hard. They're working tirelessly to get Shredder's Revenge. Well, though Shredder's Revenge is on mobile now, so I mean, I don't know. There might be a big bad wolf stopping that Shredder's Revenge transaction from happening. I'm just saying, you know. Just saying. But yeah, yo, so Yellowstone is like legit. Like I just started watching. Like I think I just hit season 4, so we're in the weeds now. And yeah, I've been addicted and I've been watching it, and it's just kind of like, again, I don't watch popular shows like that, but this is actually pretty legit. Anyway, chat, don't end the stream. I just got here. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes. Yo, you got the Switch. Same thing. I got a Switch and a Switch OLED. It's the same thing. Is it though? All right, hold on. Let me look in the store. Yo, I'll tell you what, chat. Yo, here, let's stretch it a little bit. We can stretch a little bit, right? All right, cool. Here, let's look in the store. Let's look in the game store and let's see what's in here, right? Hold on, let me move my camera thingy. Here, I don't need you. You can go away. All right, so recent games that got released. Galaxy Champions TV, Vigilante, Clawscraft. What the hell is Hold on, let me pause the music. Hold on, chat. Hold up. What is Clawscraft? I can't full screen unless I go to YouTube. So so somebody's college student made this. The description says pilot Santa's vehicle, hooked the gifts, and dropped them into the chutes while avoiding frosty obstacles. So y'all remember the episode of Code Monkeys? Y'all remember the episode of Code Monkeys where they were like where they had to make ET the game? Y'all remember that? When they were like we gotta make ET. It kind of looks like that. Anyway, but see, they got some stuff. Look, they got R-Type Leo. You know what I mean? Look, Moon Patrol. They got Heated Barrel. They got Cabal. Blood Bros, which Champ put me on that. I can't even front. Champ put me on Blood Brothers. Like, legit. We played that on stream. It's great. There are some bangers. Donut Dodo. For anybody who gives crap to Donut Dodo, again, the Runaway guys, a couple 100,000 subs, they did a playthrough of Donut Dodo. So it's a good game. Space Invaders finally came out. You know what I mean? Retro Amazing Wrestling will never get finished, but it's on there, and that was the main reason why I got an iiRcade. You got Dragon Slayer 1 and 2 still, Burger Time. Like, there is some stuff on the iiRcade. Mayhem Brawler, which I still have not bought this yet. I should have caught it when it was on sale. There are bangers on the iiRcade. I will say that. I'll say that. There are bangers, okay? I will... Again, there's nothing wrong with iiRcade. For me, it's just... It's not stuff where I'm like, yo, I need to rush and play it, you know? And shout out to their online, because they're doing online games for free. Breaker's Revenge, you can play that online. You know, Bomb Squad, which is included with the iiRcade, you can play that online, you know? Gunbird. Gunbird's lit. I like Gunbird. Gunbird is bright. Really pretty freaking dope. You know what I mean? So, iiRcade is not a bad investment. It's not. It's just, you just have to know what you're getting into when you get to it. Yo, potential the word of the day, class. Well, I gotta say that, right? I gotta say it, bro. I gotta say it. No, I am not. Listen, I am not a sellout. I'm not gonna keep it going. Listen, I got one request for 15. I'm doing that, right? I'm doing that. All right, let's see. You gotta watch 1863 with Tim McGraw and Sam Elliott. The country singer Tim McGraw? All right, I'll check that out. Yeah, and exactly, they just need to get more games. Literally, they just need to get more games. Yo, but hey, so real quick, I remember this. Hold on. I remember this Bash Sports. I remember CT Jason reviewing this. I remember this. I absolutely remember this. Hey, listen, hey, and if anything, chat, if anything, iiRcade has they got HDMI out, and there are some nefarious individuals in the community who have made it so that you can play Arcade 1-Up on the iiRcade. But y'all got to dig for that. I can't give you that for free. Yo, Galaxy Vigilante, Galacticon, Dodo, all on the Switch. They're all on Steam as well. yo, this is not the potential I'm looking for. No, I feel you. On that. Yo, Billy Wright, what's going on? Hey, man, I was just talking about the Chuck E. Cheese on 76 and Good Hope. You know what I'm saying? And talking about the games and stuff in there. And then Skate U. And I was talking about and Budget Cinema where that was across the street. You know, I was just talking about that stuff, man. Yo, some people want to play an arcade cab, no biggie. Absolutely. And to each their own. You know what I'm saying? To each their own. And that's what it's about, right? That's absolutely what it's about. But again, it's not all for us. It's for everybody who needs to have something. Yo, that game is still trash. Yo, chill, bro. Operation Will comes off. It might be a game changer. And so, yeah, I played it. I played it at the announcement in October. I played with the Sitting Light gun. Yeah, Operation Wolf is good. I did play it. It's good. It works. You got to buy your own Sitting Light gun, so that's like $300 for two. But hey, options. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's options. Yo, if they would just come out with the entire library of Operation Wolf, 1, 2, and 3, it could be dope, right? It could be dope, right? Could. Let's see. Do you think they'll get Run and Gun too? What else, Smooth? Who? iiRcade or a freaking Arcade 1-Up? Because I'm pretty sure Arcade 1-Up's already got the license for it. But it's just maybe they don't want to put it out, you know? It's a niche thing. You know, you got NBA Jam, you put the money on that, right? Yo, Skate U's went for Virtual Fighter in Daytona? Exactly. Let's see. So what's interesting in many of the games on Arcade 1-Up on other platforms sometimes don't look as good as the ones some of the work Arcade 1-Up adds to the games. Like Kristen mentioned, aspects from Killer Instinct on Arcade 1-Up is better than Xbox. Yeah, they added spectate mode to that, and they haven't spectate mode's not on the Xbox version of 1 and 2. I wish they would have put the KI Gold on there. I mean, you play KI Gold on Rare Replay. So again, if you find Rare Replay for like $8 and get it, you can play Killer Instinct Gold. And if you want to learn how to play Killer Instinct 2, That's where you do it. And before anybody else says, well, they've got training mode for KI1. Yeah, for KI2. Yeah, they do. There's training options on there, but it's not a training mode on Killer Instinct 2 for Xbox. It's pretty much you beat on the CPU. Whereas there are lessons that you play per character on training mode for Killer Instinct 2. If you want to learn how to play that game, that's what you do. Play Killer Instinct Gold, right? Yo, yeah, I was all up in Skate U, 126 of capital, one of the best of Kings of the Palace. Right, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, look, memories, chat, memories. iiRcade. iiRcade has an opportunity. I think they could get it, man. It's run and gun, you know. I think if they can get run and gun 1, run and gun 2, I think that'd be dope. Legit. And it could run it. So that's what would, to me, that's what will be what matters. All right. But yeah, chat, just to prove Sosa wrong, we're going to end the stream right now. Thank everybody for watching. Thank y'all for hanging out. Yo, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not. This week, I will have a video for you on Friday. I will put out a review of a product on Friday. Y'all might laugh. Yo, man, they got to come up with a virtual fighter, please. Anything is possible. That's in my John D voice. Yo, anything is possible, chat. Anyway, yo, go. Good night. Thanks for the hat. Yo, I did make a hat. I did make a hat. The link I dropped was a beanie. Was a free Mango Sentinel beanie. I did make a free Mango Sentinel beanie real fast. You know what I realized? I could have probably added more colors to that. So now I'm gonna go back and edit it. But no, seriously though, thank y'all for hanging out. Hit the like button on the way out. I appreciate you all, and yeah. I'm going to watch some Yellowstone and maybe be in a Discord or something. I don't know. If you're in a Discord, y'all know where I'm at. Later, chat. I was on my way out. Let me answer the last question. Last one. All right, last one. Everyone praises Codes Mystic for work on KI. Do you feel they deserve all the praise? Seeing how hard it is to get a game going on KI2? Listen, that's a debate that's going on freaking Twitter right now. I don't want to get into, but there's a lot of work to be done. But they did it for free. So they did free work. That's all I wanted to say. They did free work. So you got to let that rock. Now we're leaving. Bye, chat.